first snap.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down.
Catch in the middle, it's Dugan. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Off play action. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wells. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They're bringing heat. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but it just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now.
All kinds of running room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Clemson is quick to the line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulder.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Murray. He's going for a big play downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Hey, just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw on second down. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception back.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Murray trying to get to it. Stands in and takes the hit. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Now the play fake. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He's going to pass on second down. Makes his connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. On the move, it's Hawkins. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkins. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
He makes the grab. This senior quarterback knows how to take a hit and still deliver a completion. Now on second and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Snags it, and the ball squirted out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's so important for an offense in the passing game to change the launch point of the quarterback. He can't consistently be 5 or 7 yards behind the center throwing the football. Move the pocket, get him outside, buy him some time so he can see the field, and then show you what he can do with that arm talent.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah.
Sends it downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result...
Looking for the end zone. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
On second down, wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take a shot. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live.
He's got it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The Sooners will keep this drive going.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Looking for a man. It's Murray. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Got his man quickly. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then That ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Using the quick game. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.